Hi guys, this is Genevieve Plays Rise of Berk. Today I'm going to be walking you through the Survival Gauntlet for Ruffrunner. Now my screen doesn't show Ruffrunner because if you already have Ruffrunner, the Gauntlet gives you a rare pack, which was very nice. I got a Brood Blossom that I actually didn't have before this. So that was really nice. Anyway, the general strategy for all levels is going to be about the same. The first two rounds are mostly Swift Dragons, and it's true of the third round as well, but it's slightly different. The first round is all Swift Dragons, the second round is Swift Dragons with 1 Cunning, and then the third round is Swift Dragons with 1 Furious. So what do I do when it's Swift Dragons? I go in with all Cunnings. Now I do have Stormcutter, and that is a good Cunning that heals because the AoE attack with Stormcutter also heals your team. So that's why I recommend getting Stormcutter as soon as you can, because Stormcutter is one of the smartest brawl dragons you can get for gauntlets. So if you don't have Stormcutter, even if you have other healing Cunnings like Barf and Belch or Raincutter, they do not heal as efficiently as Stormcutter. So what I really recommend is to use at least 1 protector. If you're early game and don't have a whole ton of Cunning options, you may need 2 protectors just to keep healing. But the important thing is that if you're using Cunning Dragons or Purple Dragons, the Swift or Blue Dragons can't do as much damage because they are weakest against Cunning Dragons and Cunning are strongest against Blue. So if you go in with a mostly Cunning team, you're still going to take less damage and last longer because you're going against Blues, which you are stronger against. So you can probably do an all Cunning team. If you have fruit, you can use fruit to heal. But if you don't have a healing Cunning, go in with a protector and heal often, especially in the 4th through 6th waves. 4, 5, 6, you need to heal often. So go in with Cunnings against the Swifts and you will do just fine. Now the general strategy I would say is use the 2-bar move most of the time and keep just wearing them down by nerfing their health, and just do that and you'll go through them pretty quickly. Also, if you don't already know this, my general gauntlet strategy is to go 1 dragon at a time, go after the weakest and get rid of that dragon, because the less dragons they have, the less turns the AI has, the more turns you have. So that's really kind of the smartest way to do it. So use Cunning Dragons and use the 2-bar move often to wear down the team. And if you don't have any healing Cunning Dragons, then you want to use a protector like any of your green protectors, because almost all of them heal at 3 bars besides special ones like Meatlug. Now in my team here, I did use Barf and Belch, and part of that was because Barf and Belch I could finally use, and I've never really used them before, and I just kind of did it for fun. And I use the poison attack sometimes, and occasionally I use the ultimate, which speeds up your team and heals it a little bit, which was nice. It was fun. I wouldn't always recommend using Barf and Belch in Gauntlet or Brawl, but it's fun to use every once in a while just to have something different. I don't really have anything left to say on this first round. It is all Swifties all the way through. Just pretty much want to spam your ultimates and your 2-bar moves with the Cunning Dragons, and it shouldn't take too long because the purples are just so overpowered against the blues. And so the first round is really not too hard. I'll see you when we get to the second round. Alright, for the second round, I didn't actually change my team at all. Even though there is a Cunning Dragon, we have Exotic Whispering Death. I could have put in someone like, I don't know, Brute Bone Napper or something like that, that has a good, strong ultimate move. But because the later waves of this round are 2 blue and 1 purple, or 2 swift and 1 cunning, I I still mostly want to rely on the purples, and the purple is neutral against itself, so it's not weaker or stronger, it's neutral. So they're not ineffective against the exotic Whispering Death, and I have sufficient healing right now. I do change my strategy for the last round, which has a Furious Dragon, a Dagger Skrill, but I didn't change my team for this one because it was still working just fine. Overall, other team recommendations I would make that I didn't make on the first round. When you're picking Cunnings, I generally like to pick dragons that have an AoE attack, so that's why I have Stormcutter and Champion Triple Strike, because if you have dragons that can just keep smashing an AoE ultimate, you're just gonna get through so much faster than if not. So whatever AoE Cunnings you have, Exotic, Smothering, Smoke Breath is also a good choice. They will help you get through these gauntlets much more quickly, as well as just spamming that 2-bar move is pretty effective. And then as far as what order I'm killing dragons in, I shouldn't say killing, but what order I'm defeating them in, I usually go for the weakest, and then I'm doing the middle blue, and then the right blue, and then I end with Exotic Whispering Death. Normally you don't want an Exotic Whispering Death to reign free, but because of the team I have, the Swifts are going to go faster, so I'd rather get rid of them faster and do what I can to mitigate the effects of Whispering Death, like healing or using the block ability with Champion Triple Strike. But those are the things you want to keep in mind when creating a Cunning team, is they almost all of them have the 2-bar nerf mood and move, and you can rely on that. But then you want to think of AoE ultimates. That is really the best thing you want to use in a gauntlet, are Cunnings that have AoE ultimates. Alright, and that's pretty much all I have to say about round 2. I'll see you when we get to round 3. What you miss is the round that I absolutely lost, because round 3 has Dagger Skrill, and he is just absolutely brutal. So what I did, as you can see, is that I changed out Barf and Belch for Cloud Jumper, because you want a Swift to go against your Cunning. Now, Cloud Jumper also has the added benefit of having a really awesome healing ability, but any Swift would do as long as you have another healer. So if you need one Cunning, one Swift, and a Protector for a healer, that would also work fine too. So if you watch, what I'm going to do in every wave is keep the Dagger Skrill subdued by continuing to use the 2-bar nerf mood. I keep saying mood. Nerf move on Dagger Skrill with Cloud Jumper to keep him from being able to decimate my team. Now, I do sometimes use the ultimate with Champion Triple Strike to just block everyone, so no one can use an ultimate or any of their abilities. But at least using the 2-bar nerf mood with Cloud Jumper on Dagger Skrill, that at least keeps him that even if he does use the ultimate, it doesn't decimate me. There's also the advantage of that Cloud Jumper can heal, so using that is very beneficial as well. Cloud Jumper is coming up in events in July, so I will definitely be making a video to help you guys get Cloud Jumper, because he is super important in Brawl. So I highly recommend trying to get Cloud Jumper next month. He will change your gauntlet patterns for sure. But so in this round, I'm still actually going after Dagger Skrill last, but I am keeping him subdued. So keep him subdued with the nerf ability so he can't buff himself or use the ultimate and destroy everyone, but still go in order of weak blue, strong blue, and then the Furious in this one, which is Dagger Skrill. If there is anything I didn't cover, I do have a video on how to survive gauntlets as an early game player. I will have that linked on the end screens, and I'll try to have a little annotation link on this part of the video, and it will be linked in the description as well, so I highly recommend that you check that one out as well. So, hope this was helpful. Good luck, guys, on getting Ruffrunner. If you need help designing team, just let me know in the comments or ask on the Discord server, and I'll help you guys try to design a team to get you through the survival so you can have all 3 nightlights this week. Alright, thanks for watching. This was Genevieve Plays Rise of Berk, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys, enjoy the rest of the video.